Good day everyone. So me and my group mates are here to discuss the assigned topic to us, which is the Module 7, Media Literacy. So before I proceed to our discussion, let me read first the following learning outcomes. So the first one is define media literacy. Second, cite the important roles of media literacy. Third, explain media information literacy along with various aspects and dimensions. Fourth, examine the advantages and disadvantages of media. Fifth, demonstrate how MIL can be integrated in the curriculum. Six, draw relevant life lessons and significant values in generating, utilizing, and creating media tools. 7. Analyze research abstract on media literacy and its implications on teaching and learning process. And lastly, conduct a research survey on media literacy, integration, and draw findings and recommendations. So now let's define media literacy. According to Lynch 2018, media literacy refers to all electronics or digital means and print or artistic visuals used to transmit messages through reading, print media, seeing or visual media, hearing or audio media, or changing and playing with or interactive media, or some combinations of each. I know that we are all familiar about media because it is one of the useful tool that we can use in many aspects of our life, most especially in this time of pandemic. So for more information, Dr. Matthew Lynch is a writer, activist, and a former dean also. On the other hand, Matter and Gint state that media can be a component of active learning strategies such as group discussions or case studies. So their statements is very true. Nowadays, it is very visible, especially in this time of pandemic. Both teachers and students use media platforms in terms of discussions because we don't have face-to-face classes. Other professionals also use media on their meetings to easily distribute the informations. Firestone 1993 said that media literacy is the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, and create media. Media literate youth and adults can understand the complex messages received from televisions, radio, internet, newspapers, magazines, books, billboards, video games, music, and other all forms of media. Therefore, media literacy skills are included in the educational standards in language arts, social studies, health science, and other subjects. Many educators have discovered that media literacy is an effective and engaging way to apply critical thinking skills to a wide range of issues. So in this era, children under 10 years old and below can be a media literate because they are very prone and using gadgets and internet. But nowadays, it is important also for the students to be a media literate for them to further understand the lesson and exert more effort on their activities using media. According to Ontario Ministry of Education 1989, media literacy means helping students develop an informed and critical understanding of the nature of mass media, the techniques used, and their impact. It aims to enhance students' understanding, appreciation, how media work, how they produce meaning, how they are organized, and how they construct reality. More so, it intends to provide students the ability to create media products. So now, we need to admit the fact that media had a huge impact in our life. It helped both teachers and students to easily do their tasks. During this time of pandemic, students use media as a main source of information, most especially in answering activities or answering their modules. Added information, media will enhance the skills and knowledge of the students if they're going to use this useful way. Hobbes 1997 states that media literacy therefore is the ability to identify different types of media from wide array of sources and understand the messages they bring. So as a user, we must be literate in using all the types of media. Not all the media sources can help us in our needs. Sometimes it becomes the source of our misadventures. Therefore, we need to think before we click. The following are the media literacy concepts. The first one, it is the ability to critically assess the accuracy and validity of information transmitted by the mass media and produce information through various forms. Second, also known as media education, it is the ability to realize that all kinds of media shows a representation of reality. Third, it is a process of accessing, decoding, evaluating, analyzing, and creating both print and electronic media by Oder Heidi, 1993. The fourth one, it depicts experience of reading text and designing hypertext made possible through technology. It is according to Hobbes 2007. The fifth one, it pertains to understanding how to use today's technology, how to operate equipment, use various softwares, and explore the internet. The sixth one is, as a 21st century approach to education, media literacy builds understanding of the role of media in society, as well as the essential skills of inquiry and self-expressions necessary for democratic citizens. 7. It responds to the complexity of the ever-changing electronic environment and communication channels. 8. Critical evaluation of media requires the ability to analyze and disseminate various features to others. 9. It is about teaching critical media management strategies, including ICTs in schools and learning centers. And the last one, it includes the ability to perform effective internet searches, awareness and respects of intellectual property and copyright law, and the ability to identify truth from fake news. So in general, media literacy encompasses key principles that can benefit not only young people but all technology users. Media literacy is able to coordinate its various sectors by simply conveying the messages through various platforms. It is also makes a significant contribution to the education in 21st century. It is really important that we have adequate understanding about how to use the media wisely. We also obtain an understanding of societal developments, new technical breakthroughs, and how we apply them in our daily lives by accessing the correct information through media. Not only people have roles in their lives as well as media literacy. So here are the roles of media literacy. The first one, learn to think critically. When people evaluate media, they decide if the messages make sense, including the key ideas before being convinced on the information that they get from it. So, this role is broaden the understanding of every individual in terms of using some media platforms because they are able to think critically. It helps them ensure the message they receive from what is important to less. So the second, become a smart consumer of products and information. Media literacy helps individuals learn how to determine whether something is credible, especially the advertising before they can be persuaded with the products on sale. So this role is very important to consider because today we are very fan of buying in some online seller. We need to avoid scams and fraud. Also, we need to have research before buying to get good ideas before spending money. So, be a smart consumer. So, the third one, recognize point of view. Identifying an author's perspectives helps individuals appreciate different ideas and the context of what they already know. So, those who create any given piece of media have a goal and perspective, whether this point of view is clear or debatable. Recognizing it allows students to question and contextualize the information they receive. The fourth rules of media literacy is create media responsibly. Recognizing one's ideas and appropriately expressing one's thoughts lead to effective communication. Responsibly managing your social media use allows you to have best of both worlds. The prevalence of social media in everyday life offers a place to be kind to others, find humor, or create something meaningful. So the fifth one, identify the role of media in our culture. Media conveys something, shapes understanding of the world, and makes an individual to act or think in a certain ways. Media reflects the norms, culture, and values. Media can lead to evolution and revolution of mind and heart of the people, fostering information, literacy, and awareness in the nation. Broadly speaking, the relationship between culture and the media is one of inclusion. Media is important part of our lives. Because it promotes the interconnectedness in and interdependence of our culturally diverse society. So the last one, understand the author's goal. Understanding and recognizing the type of influence something has, people can make better choices. So when reading a text in some media platforms, it is necessarily important to determine why the author chose to write a certain text. So thank you for listening. Hope you learn something new. God bless us all.